Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a new video in the Power BI playlist. In this video, I will show you how to transform a data structure using Unpivot data in Power BI. So let's get started without wasting any time. So first, here you can see this is a sample data source, and this data source is called the wide table data source, and the second tab contains the tall table data source. So first, let me help you understand the difference here. So this white table data source is in the format of horizontal table. So all the values are in the horizontal format. But when it comes to the tall table, all the values are in the vertical format, right? The white table format is not Power BI friendly data to use because if you see the headers contains products and also the years, and below we have the sales values. So this type of format is not Power BI friendly, right? Because so let me go back. Let us go back to Power BI and let us try to import that Excel workbook. So let me import that Excel workbook here. So let us wait until Power BI connects the workbook. So now here we got all the three worksheets here. Now let us select the white table and click on load. So let us wait until our data gets loaded in Power BI. Right now the data is loaded, and now if I click on this, we will get all the columns that we have in the white table. Now if I drag and drag this value data in the values field, so and here you can see the data is not properly structured here, right? So this is not what we wanted, right? So this is not actually Power BI friendly data, right? Now to convert, now to transform this white table data into a tall table data, we will use the Power Query Editor option in Power BI, right? So first, this is what we want to use in Power BI. So let's now go back to Power BI again, and now let us import the Excel workbook file again. So click on import and click on and select this Excel workbook data here. So you can also use this Excel workbook option to import the worksheet. So let us wait till Power BI connects our workbook, and the now the worksheets are connected. Now again select this white table option. So we won't be selecting the tall table because this is already converted. Because I want to show you how to transform this white table to tall table data in Power BI, right? So select this, and before instead of clicking on load, now we need to click on transform data, right? Now, once you click on transform data, you will see Power Query Editor window will get open here, right? Now, using the Power Query Editor, we will be transforming our white table data into tall table data, right? So now one more note that I want to make here is whatever the original source that we have connected will not get affected by the changes that we are going to do in the Power Query editor. The original source will remain the same. We are only making the changes in the Power Query editor. These changes won't get affected to your original source, right? So also first let's rename this to tall table, right? Right now, if you observe here, Power BI is not able to recognize our headers here, right? Because you can see the row is having the first row is our header, right? But it is Power BI is thinking that our headers are part of our source data, right? But that is actually not the case here, right? So our headers are not actually properly structured by Power BI. So to make sure our headers are properly labeled, what we have to do is first you need to go to the Home tab, and under Transform section you will find this option called Use First Row as Headers. So simply click on this, and now you can see our headers have been transformed now, right? So now this is properly transformed, right? Now the second step is, now we have to transform our white table data into tall table data. So to do that, you need to select your data first, right? So first, what we are going to transform, we are going to transform all these columns here. Except the first column, we are going to transform all other columns here. So select the 2016 column and hold shift and select and click on 2020 so that all these columns will be selected, right? Once you select all these columns, go to the transform tab. So under transform tab, you will find any column section here, right? Under any column section, you will find unpivot columns, right? So click on unpivot columns. So once you click on unpivot columns, you can see our white table data has been transformed to tall table data, right? So this is what we wanted, right? So now if you observe again, our headers are are not properly labeled here, right? So in place of years we got attribute and in place of sales we got value, right? So let us rename this. To rename this, you need to simply double click on this and type years and simply click on this column, double click and enter sales and press enter. And now the headers have been renamed properly, right? So this is how we can transform white table to tall table. And now on the right hand side, if you see, we have a section called applied steps. So these applied steps are nothing but the change history that we have made till now in Power Query editor, right? So what was the first step we did? We connected our data source, right? So if you select this, you will see the original data source here. Now next we went to the navigation. We changed the header here. We changed the header, right? Now we next step we did was we promoted the headers. Now the next step is again we changed the type, right? And the next step is we converted our white table to a tall table using the unpivoted columns here, right? And the final step we did was we renamed our column headers here, right? So these are all the change history that you have applied in the Power Query editor, right? Now that we have converted our white table to tall table, so this whatever the changes we have made is in the Power Query editor. Now we have to load this data in the Power BI. So to load that, you need to simply click on this close and apply option, right? So click on that. So let us wait till our data gets loaded in Power BI. So here you can see that data is getting loaded. And now you can see our tall table data has been loaded. And now you can see we got the x-axis, y-axis, and all other fields here, right? So now if you go back to, let me delete this. And if I go back to the data view, here also you will see uh, the data that we have converted from white table to tall table, right? So this is how you need to convert a white table data to tall table data in Power BI. So I hope this video was useful and informative. So in the next video, we will discuss few more data transformation options in Power BI. And please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can make much more interesting videos in Power BI.